What's a mask you used to wear that felt heavy to take off? And so this question is pretty much based on it's actually asking, are you really being your genuine, authentic self? Like, are you hiding things? Are there things in your life or things that are happening for you that maybe feel just like uncomfortable? And it's something like you feel like you got to put a mask on. Maybe it's just because you might feel like if you take that mask off, you're going to feel abandoned. You're going to feel rejected. You're going to feel like you are not a part of. And so it's really important to ask yourself, like, are you really being your authentic self? And you could ask yourself these things and just think about the interactions you have. Think about how you talk and how you say things, or don't, maybe you want to say something but you don't feel comfortable, and it's like it's coming to a place where you need to say something, you need to speak up, you need to be there for yourself. You got to be there and love yourself, care about your opinions and thoughts. And you think about it, you think about people that you respect and that you look up to, and how you respect their thoughts and their feelings and how they are. You need to do that for yourself too. And those are very important. And yes, not everybody's going to like them. Not everybody's going to like your thoughts, your beliefs, or whatever. But if it's something that you're holding it down, not really being yourself, and I think holding yourself back will lead you to a less fulfilling life. So it's important to make sure that you are able to take that mask off. And don't get me wrong, there's times in life where it's like you got to protect yourself. You got to make sure you got to protect your spirit, your emotional well-being. And I understand though, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where you feel like if you say something and it's just an opinion you have and it's going to be looked down upon, you have to look at that. You got to ask yourself, who are you performing for? Are you performing for your friends, your family? Are you doing things because they want you to do it, or are you doing it because you genuinely want to do that? And it's important to ask yourself these questions, because if you're going along and you're doing things what other people expect you to do, after a while you're going to feel bitter, resentful, and angry, and it could come off as passive aggressiveness. It can come off as disdain, or something that you need to look at those things. And the truth is this, you have the power to be fulfilling for yourself, and that's the important thing, is your self-love and your self-direction and figuring that out. And if you need help with any of that, if you want to talk about it, leave a comment down below. Comment maybe a situation that you're going through, or a struggle that you're going through. And I'd love to hear from you. I like to hear what people think about this, because I feel like I've been overcoming this for a few years now, and it's been a process. And the beauty of it is, when you start accepting and loving yourself and your thoughts, and you're able to express yourself in a way, it allows you to let you do that for other people too. And that's one of the gifts that I feel like I have today, and it's because of all this work. There's so much out there to learn and to grow and to experience in life, and it's not just all external stuff, there's internal things too. And when did I realize I did not need people's approval anymore? And so you don't need people's approval when you start looking for your own approval of yourself, approval of accepting you the way you are, everything about you. Love everything about you, even of the stuff, especially the stuff you don't want to look at, especially the stuff that you feel maybe sad or insecure, you don't feel good enough. Fall in love with that. Imagine it as a child and it was coming to you and it's like, I don't feel loved, I don't feel good enough. And imagine if it was your child and you love that child. You go show that child some love, give that child a hug, maybe some words of affirmation that things are going to be okay. I'm here for you. I am going to be here with you. I am not leaving you. I'm going to love you. I'm going to hug you. We're going to get through this together. And you're able to start talking to yourself like that, whether it be maybe in your mind, maybe you close the door and pull a chair out and just imagine like that inner child and talk to it, show it love. You can journal about it. And so these are all the things you can do. There's also, I bet you there's probably meditations you can do. There's so much out there. And if you feel like you struggle with this, comment. If you think somebody that does struggle with this, share this with them. Repost this if you feel it's multiple people. It's much appreciated. And if you're liking what you're hearing, please follow. Be part of my journey. I would really love it. I'd love it if for you to come along and then get to know each other, right? You just leave some comments, leave some things that you have questions about. And I don't feel like I have all the answers, but I feel like I can give you answers that work for me and maybe some ideas that might work for you. And that's the thing. Whatever works for me does not mean it'll work for you. And but if you could take pieces of things that I teach, pieces of things that I talk about, that's all you need to do. You don't need to be 100% like me or like anybody else. You just get to take pieces of what attracts you to certain people, and that's the idea of it. Like you can even go into history. You can look at biographies. You can look at all the people that you look up to, and you could read about. You can watch YouTube videos about them if they're around. And there's so much out there that we can do. What's something you used to believe about yourself that isn't true? Well, I think because I was really hard on myself. No one could be harder on me than myself. And when I used to think I drew power from it, I would use that as a driving motivator to go to the gym, to exercise, to feel good about myself. And all I was doing is just looking for approval from others by doing that. Today, what I'm working towards now is like I'm going to the gym, I'm taking care of myself. I go interact with others and talk with people and help others because it's for me. And the thing is, like, it's more of a win-win situation too. Like I help someone else and it also helps me. Like that's a win-win. And I'm trying to look at things like that now. It's like, how do I win and how do they win? And then that's okay. And then the other thing is too is being okay with being disagreeable. And at least they get to say their piece. That's a win. I say my piece. That's a win. As for how we compromise, who knows how it could. And so having that voice, and if you feel like you're someone that needs to get your voice, please follow. Or if you know somebody that might need help getting their voice, share this video with them. I used to be somebody that was so shy, insecure, and I did not want to, especially being sober, I did not want to talk, let alone like saying an opinion or saying something. And I would learn off people and how they were, and I'd react based on that. And there's part of me that still does that, but I know what my thoughts are. I know what my beliefs are. And I want that for you too. I want you to be able to express yourself. What's a part of yourself you used to be ashamed that you learned to appreciate? That's an ongoing process. Like I look at the shadow questions and things like that. I used to, like, there's times where I have dark thoughts and I'm usually going through a lot of pain and hurt, or I feel vengeful towards people or somebody. And you know what? That's, to me, that's my spirit. That's protecting myself. Now I got to be careful. I got to be responsible with those thoughts and those feelings, because it's my behavior that I got to watch out for. It's my behavior I get to control. It's my behavior that I ultimately get to choose what I do with it. And so that's why I've learned to love and accept that part of myself. And I think it is a gift. It just depends on how it's used. It also could be a weapon that could hurt others, including myself. And that's something that I need to be wary of. That's something I need to look after myself, and that's my responsibility. But for me to open up and acknowledge those things, I have people I get to talk about these things with, people that can handle these things. Not everybody's going to understand. The other thing is, a lot of people don't even want to look at themselves. They're too scared to, or they look at it as evil and demonic and all those things, and they interpret it that way. So they keep pushing it away, but guess what? It's going to keep popping up. And that's the reality of it. And I see that in religious groups. They look at ways where they're like, oh, that's evil, that's bad. And then it's like, no, it's what you do with it. It's how you interpret it. It's how you have all the power to change those things. And if you have a higher power, like for me, the creator, like to me, that's a creator given thing. And I have ancestors backing me up with it. My ancestors died for me to be here today. And I love that about them. Love that how strong and resilient they were. And that's my thoughts of my creator too. Looks out for me. That's what I choose to call my creator. And I feel really good about that today. And the thing is, you and I, we don't have to have the same God or creator or anything like that. Whatever works for you. That's the thing. That's the beauty of it. And I love that we have that. If we were all the same, then what would be the point? Like everybody is the same as me, man. Like that could be boring as hell here. Like I get bored of it, or I drive myself nuts and I'll be pissed off. Maybe, I don't know. But it's like, no, we need variety, we need diversity, and it's important. And it's also a gift to be able to just be yourself and to grow that way. And that's an indigenous teaching I learned. That's a Stala Holmuk teaching I've learned, and is that we are good the way we are. It's just sometimes we have to shape ourselves. We have to let ourselves be who we are, and it's like we get to see what our gifts are, and our communities, we bring it out of each other. We accept each other. We love each other. And it's not perfect all the time, but like there's so much beauty in it that I think other people could look at and adopt. I honestly see the Western viewpoint as like it's a cookie cutter, put you in a box thing. And like I find with our homeless communities, they are accepting and loving as you are. And that's how I felt when I moved back here, back to my home, back to my community. And it's something that saved my life. And I think that needs to be appreciated too. And that's why I think that's a big piece of reason why learned to love all of myself is because of those teachings. And if you're one of the people that demonize things or, oh, that's the devil thing, it's like, well, and I'm talking about your own stuff. I'm not talking about what other people do. What other people do is none of my business. And so if you're gonna, like, I'd like to hear from maybe your struggles and your thoughts and stuff that you struggle with. Not being good enough is another one. And to me, that's like some inner child work, right? And like that vengeful thing. Now I'm teaching you. Like, share, follow. Free guides are in my bio. Let's build together.